My experience with heaven on earth. Suddenly, I was at the Pearly Gates, requesting admittance. But there was a problem. Go to heaven for the climate, hell for the company. Mark Twain. I love movies. One particular favorite is Heaven Can Wait. Released in 1978, I was 16 years old. Many things attracted me. Warren Beatty, Buck Henry, Julie Christie, Jack Warden, Charles Grodin, Diane Cannon, and of course, football. IMBD.com describes it like this. A Los Angeles Rams quarterback accidentally taken away by an over-anxious angel before he was meant to die returns to life in the body of a recently murdered millionaire. Fast forward 40 years to 2018. Wow, how time flies. Suddenly, I find myself facing a man at an extraordinarily beautiful gate. It seems to be suspended in a sea of clouds. My brain has already discerned I'm in heaven. The man seems wise and loving, and there are two floating angels, one on each side of him, who both seem strangely ominous. He simply looks at me and says, "Give me your uniform." I say, "What?" He repeats, "Give me your uniform." Confusion and anxiety seems to fill me, and I reply, "I don't have any uniform. Let me in." The ominous angels float in, flying in a little closer. He speaks again. "Give me your uniform and tell me what you want to go back as." My mind is seriously racing. It's all so strange, but they seem to hold some supreme power. It is apparent that I must comply. My voice is weak, even cracking. Yet I muster the energy to say, "I'm not going back. Please just let me in." The mind is its own place and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. John Milton. He is becoming agitated and speaks again. "There is no in. Give me your uniform and tell me what you want to go back as." It's beginning to sink in. I feel the need to comply, but feel groggy and confused. I really did not know I had a uniform, but I handed him something, and he replied, "Good. Now what do you wish to return as so I can provide a new uniform?" he said. My mind processed this question and immediately came to the response, "That's easy. I want to go back as myself," I replied. He seemed to be softened. Filling with empathy, his reply came, "I'm sorry. That's the one and only thing you cannot go back as." Then I awakened. It had all been a dream. I laid there in an amazingly comfortable bed, my eyes scanning the ceiling, trying to get my mind around all the stimulus that had entered. I laid there for a few minutes. It seemed so real. What did it all mean? Was I simply in love with the beautiful Diane Cannon from the movie, or did it run deeper? Then in a flash, out of nowhere, a voice appeared inside my head. It said, "Heaven is only now and on earth." Huh? The words didn't seem generated by my mind. They were just there. I began to cry. Something beyond my own understanding was teaching me. I remembered the words Heaven's gatekeeper had said. You are the one thing you can't go back as. In that moment, I realized it was a dream. My unconscious mind was trying to teach me how to live. The thought of reaching a greater existence later in some unknown beyond is frivolous. The real power exists in being the best, most loving version of myself right now in every moment, here on earth, today. It's worth repeating. The real power exists on being the best, most loving version of myself right now, in every moment, here on earth, today. I hope you found some value in this article. If you did, please follow the links below for more of my recent work. Maybe another will resonate. Until next time, cheers, Christopher. Copyright Christopher Boswell, 2019, all rights reserved. When Christopher isn't writing from wherever, he can be found traveling or capturing photographs somewhere in the United States. He may be generating graphic design, building a website, processing images or video, flying his unmanned aerial vehicle, wrangling dogs, or backpacking and kayaking. We invite you to learn more about Christopher at Real Window Creative.